All right, it is Thursday, which means it is time for us to talk about what is opening this week, brought to you by our friends at AMC Theaters. We've got two other films besides Arrival opening this week. Natasha, tell us about them.
Okay, we have Almost Christmas. Walter, played by Danny Glover, is a retired automotive engineer who lost the love of his life 1 year earlier. Now that the holiday season is here, he invites his 4 grown children and the rest of the family to his house for a traditional celebration. Poor Walter knows that if daughters Rachel, played by Gabrielle Union, and Cheryl, played by Kimberly Elise, and sons Christian, played by Romany Malco, and Evan, played by Jessie T. Usher, can spend 5 days together under the same roof, it will truly be a Christmas miracle. We also have Shut In opening this week. Mary, played by Naomi Watts, is a child psychologist who lives in isolation in rural New England after her husband dies in a horrific car accident. The tragedy also leaves her 18-year-old stepson, Stephen, played by Charlie Heaton, in a bedridden, catatonic state, making him completely dependent on her. When one of Mary's young patients goes missing and is presumed dead, she becomes convinced that the boys played by Jacob Tremblay ghost is now haunting her both and Stephen.
So if I'm looking at these ones, we already talked about Arrival on Tuesday about that film. Then we've got these two. Look, if it comes down to me, if I got to pick one of these two to go to this weekend, the one that appeals to me most, although I think Almost Christmas is going to be funnier than a lot of people think. I've been talking to a few people about that, but Shut In kind of fascinates me. If you got to pick one this weekend, which one are you going to?
Yeah, the bummer is my move down here. If I had already made the screening to Arrival, then I'd be open to look forward to other things. But like, oh no, Arrival's not this. Yeah.
No, it's just these two. We talked about Arrival on Tuesday.
Okay, sorry about that. Well, all right, eeny, meeny, miny. Yeah, I would do. I'm gonna do Shut In just because I didn't care about the movie initially, and then I saw a trailer for it that looked kind of creepy, and I don't know what it's about at all. And so I like that. I like the mystery of it.
Schnepp, you got to pick one this week. Out of these two, which one are you going to?
I'm saving my money for Bad Santa 2. When's that coming out?
But no, you got to pick one.
If I had to pick with a gun
Schnepp.
to my head, I'm going to see Shut In just because Charlie Heaton did such a great job in Room. I want to see what he's doing as he's a
same director?
Different director, just the kid. So
okay.
he did such an amazing job, and as a first-time child actor, I want to see his progression. So.
Well, if you got to go to see one this week, which one are you going to?
I'm not gotta go. I'm going to see Almost Christmas for sure.
Yeah, I think that looks funnier
I'll also go see Shut In also. But if I had to go, what I'm going to go see is Almost Christmas first. Also because I feel like my shirt will match it. but I'm gonna go see both of them. Naomi Watts is great, and I just think that Almost Christmas will be an underrated, funny movie with a lot of heart, and I love the cast, and I want to support that movie.